Okay, number 4, money and personal finance. So, money makes the world go round, and similar to the biz op niche, this market does tap on a lot of emotions, specifically with relating to greed and wanting to earn more. So it's good to learn more about just what makes people tick, and I guess the sort of clients you'll be trying to target as a copywriter. So let's learn more about the money and personal finance niche and exactly what sort of products are being sold out there that you could write about. And first things first, there's understandably billions of dollars, I think even trillions of dollars in this niche. Forex, which is foreign exchange, shares, contrarian ways to make money. So, high interest bank accounts, special options, bonds, for example. This sort of market is really, it's a really big way to actually make money yourself if you want to try and diversify your portfolio. So you'll learn a lot in this market as well. So it's a really good way to stay engaged with what's new and exciting in the world of finance. But with regards to what's being sold, there's things like newsletters, financial planning services, heaps of things which are all aimed at increasing the value of your portfolio in a relatively risk-free manner. I know specifically with Forex, people say that up to $1 trillion of cash, I guess, or of monetary value is exchanged every day, which is staggering. The fact that people do this so often means that money flows, and if you can get a slice of that for any reason, be it copywriting or by doing Forex yourself, you can stand to really do quite well and make quite a lot of money. So you can learn a lot about managing your own money by writing for this niche, and again, it's a great way to diversify and to improve your own understanding of finances as you become a better writer in promoting the products that are related in the money and personal finance niche. So what's a good example here? Let's have a look on the next slide. So the Palm Beach letter is a project from one of the big publishing companies, or I should say it's a sub-company of someone who used to be part of one of the bigger publishing companies in the United States. And this is one of their front-end offers. And what that means is, if you're a newsletter publishing company, you have a front-end offer, which sort of introduces people into the sales funnel. And then once you're in, you get promoted. There are promotions promoting new products in the back end, which could be more expensive, it could be less expensive. And they're all complementary or supplementary. They're different products which you might use to focus on different areas. So this one here is a contrarian way to make money. So it's a high interest bank account, I think. And it's actually called a video sales letter, VSL. And as a copywriter, you'd be in charge here of writing the copy for the VSL, doing the research, liaising with the experts involved who understand more about just how this secret savings account works and that sort of thing. But you'd be the head person who'd be in charge of writing about this secret savings account. So yeah, it's quite interesting, and it definitely gets attention because people do want to earn more from what's being offered currently on the market in terms of the percentage yield. So anything to get attention up front is pretty important. dominant emotions. So I believe here with the finance niche, fear and greed in equal portions is the name of the game for money and personal finance. So fear is, I don't want to lose my money. I want to put it somewhere where I can get a good return without it all disappearing overnight. I need guidance. I want to retire with some comfort. I don't want to retire broke. I don't want to rely on the government to pay me pension. That sort of thing. Some countries don't even have pensions, so they need to have a backup plan. I don't want to rely on my kids. I'm too dignified for that sort of thing. Those sort of thoughts will go through your mind from the fear aspect. Greed is huge in the finance and personal finance niche. Wanting more money now is the biggest, greed hot button for anyone. People aren't satisfied with their job. They want to quit. They want to do something else which they're more interested in. So they want more money now. They want to make sure that they have more to spend. They want to buy nice things. They want to buy a nice car. Greed is is one of the two reasons why we're getting into it in the first place. So pros and cons. Again, it's just about exposing yourself to new developments and new knowledge and new research in managing money and personal finance. What they say about mingling with wealthier people is your 5 closest friends will, give you a sense of how much you will be worth. And these people who publish these newsletters themselves can be usually quite wealthy. So if you want to get rich as a consequence of doing your copywriting, I think it's a great way to meet people who can put you on the right track. And I think personally, in the finance and personal finance niche here, or the money and personal finance niche, the ways to write to them are pretty straightforward and they're very set. Not saying that it's unimaginative and boring, but the structure is there and you sort of have to fill in the boxes with some creativity and some research that sort of, gets people's attention. And it works pretty well. You just have to have the right knowledge there in place to actually keep moving forward. The cons, there is a lot of terminology, especially for complex investing methodologies. I heard options is something pretty difficult to learn. So if you're totally fresh, maybe that specific product isn't a great thing to promote. But yeah, I would say this is an area that if you have an interest already in shares and personal finance, you should get into. If not, I wouldn't jump into it just because there's money in it, but consider it only if you have the interest in it in the first place. So hope you've got some more insight into this market from this video, in this lecture. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Leave a discussion in the discussion section, and I'll endeavor to get to it as soon as possible. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon in the next lecture.